Hi fans of high quality entertainment. This is 10 rock bands that I feel are underrated. And even though this is a top 10 list, they're not in any particular order. And on top of that, either at the end of this video or in the description below, there's going to be a little write-up on each band in case you've never really heard of them or know little about them. And also, I'm excited about this part. I have a Spotify account, and if I remember, there's going to be a link to one of my Spotify playlists where I have 3 songs each by each of these artists. So in total there's 30 songs, and you can check out all of the artists I'm talking about in this video. And Spotify is free, so although I have the paid account for higher quality sound, it's free, so check it out and then come back and let me know in the comment section what you think about some of the bands I'm mentioning. I just want to talk about them briefly. I don't want this to be another 1-hour video like the last one. Thank you. Nazareth. They are fairly well known. They had a huge hit with Love Hurts, but I still think they're underrated. Manny Charlton is a very underrated guitarist. They made some great albums. My favorite was Rampant, and so I've included, as I've said, 3 songs by them in my playlist. Although my favorite song of theirs is Silver Dollar Forger, but it's not on Spotify. The Undertones, another band, highly underrated. They were kind of a cross between punk. It's hard to describe some of these bands. Yeah, that's why I have the Spotify playlist for you to check them out. Kind of a cross between punk, pop, and new wave, I guess. But really catchy melodies and, of course, the great vocals by Feargal Sharkey, who had a big hit single in the States with A Good Heart back in the 80s. Sparks, I've talked about them so many times. Just go over to Spotify in the playlist there and check them out. But they're definitely one band that's hard to describe because they don't sound like anybody else. Even some of their songs don't sound like Sparks because there's such a variety of what they've done through the years. So I've put 3 songs on there that are kind of a variety of what they can do, but there's so much more. The Northern Pikes, one of Canada's most underrated bands, and I'm also personal friends with them. Thank you. So check them out, especially the song on the playlist called Snow in June, one of my all-time favorite songs. Oh, and one little thing about Sparks, if you do check out the songs on Spotify by them, make sure you Google the lyrics for the song, because the lyrics are an important part of Sparks, although, of course, so are Russell Mael's vocals and everything else. Blue Oyster Cult, a very well-known band, but mainly for Don't Fear the Reaper and Godzilla. But there's so much more to them than those 2 songs, even though those are great songs. So I've included 3 songs you might not be as familiar with by Blue Oyster Cult. The Guess Who, once again a pretty well-known band, but mainly for American Woman, No Time, These Eyes, of course, one of their biggest hits. But I've included their heavier side. Like there's one song called Heartbroken Bopper, which has a awesome guitar riff in it. So you have to check this out. I hope you really do check out some of these songs. The Vibrators. That's right, the Vibrators. They've been around for years, but I particularly love, that's a hard word to say, particularly. I especially love their first album, Pure Mania. And once again, it's punk rock, but it's like pop punk. And there's one song on there, Stiff Little Fingers, which the band Stiff Little Fingers named themselves from Vibrators song, it has some acoustic guitar that comes into it, and I just love that. It's you just have to listen to the songs instead of me. 10cc, once again, they've had some big hits in the States, but I mean, I love their albums, so I've included 3 album tracks by them. Superbly talented band, and great production too on all of their albums. Wire, once again, kind of a punk band, but also an arty kind of a band, especially after their first album, Pink Flag, which is more punk. The sensational Alex Harvey Band. Once again, a hard band to kind of describe. They're very original as far as I'm concerned. Immensely talented. Just check them out. And that's it. 10 bands. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully you checking out a band or two on my Spotify playlist and then coming back to this video and leaving your thoughts. They all suck. Thank you for watching. I'll shut up now. Bye. And make sure you read the description of each of the artists in the comment section if I remember to put it there. Bye.